Today we are at Neville Cemetery in Neville, Clermont County, Ohio. We're just going to do a quick walkthrough. We're losing a little bit of light. We hadn't intended to be out today. We had business in Cincinnati and we thought we'd stop at this cemetery on the way home. It's a mixture, and we haven't quite figured it out yet, of older marble markers, and here we have more sediment stone markers like limestone and sandstone. And that's typical in this area. The marble has not fared as well as what the sediment stone markers have. And we can see a lot of these have been straightened and it looks like cleaned. We don't know how they were cleaned, but you can see they're quite white for marble. And a little bit of evidence of use of Roundup around the headstones, which, you know, every township municipality approaches this differently. Here we have an older marble one. Looks like from Marcus Roton, who was born June 14th, 1827, and died April 4th, 1864. And maybe somebody can help me out with what that is. It's an unusual design. And then we have this large enclosure for Isabel and Captain John McLean. It looks like it's went through a restoration process. There's a lot of gravel that's been used to fill it, possibly level it. There's some broken marker over there for Sarah. And we have a neat little riverboat there at the very top. So we're going to pan back around. Again, this is Neville Cemetery in Clermont County, Ohio. Something that is worthy of note is while this cemetery is well maintained and a lot of monuments have seen restoration, there's still a lot of work that's probably going on. It's unusual for us to see names that are non-familial. You know, we'll have these little clusters here and those will all be a family. And if they're not a family, they'll typically do a whole row. And they'll just fill the cemetery as need be. But here along the perimeter, we have a row of trees. And this row of trees has become a resting place for footstones. Looks like footstones and slotted bases, and in some cases parts of large tablet markers. And this is a marble marker. It looks like it's about 2.5 inches thick. We have, you know, the little rosettes in the corner and the willow tree there to the right. And here we have probably the same stone, part of the inscription. That's just, it's probably at one point been consumed by the tree, and when the tree died and the tree fell, this is what was left. So, pan this way. And that pattern of using the margins of the cemetery for, I would say the refuse, that's not the right word, but for damaged stones or stones that are dislocated from their original burial site. They've kind of came over here to the periphery. You know, at least they're not getting damaged and they're not damaging equipment. Here we have, you know, a mixture of marble footstones. And this one, if we had enough of light, we'd almost be able to read it. But we can see that it's went through an attempt to save it. We have, looks like an iron bar, and then it's been anchored into the stone. And then as that iron bar rusted, it just collapsed, and there's another piece of it. And you can see the iron bar along the bottom bit. So it's been moved over here to the periphery, and that goes all the way around. And here we have more of a marble marker. We have that traditional hand pointing towards heaven motif on it. But we don't have enough light. We don't really have that kind of equipment. We would need like a mirror or an indirect lighting to be able to light these right now. But you know, if you're looking for a challenge, you're here on the peripheral Neville Cemetery. Pan around. You can see the traditional rows facing east, west. So it looks like at one point the cemetery went through a period of disuse and playing some catch up. Really can't tell on the mortar. Some of these look like they might have had lime mortar. Some of the repairs that have been done look like they have maybe Portland cement mortar that's being used. Here we have siltstone marker in memory of James E., son of J.E. and J.P. Parker, who died April 25th, 1838, aged 2 years, 5 months. And just so many little markers. Here we have one for Ida M. Parker. She died 1861. Very small obelisks. Just pan around. But like I said before, it looks like some efforts being made to preserve this cemetery, and you know, as efforts continue, I'd almost be positive that probing this would find a lot more larger monuments that have just been toppled. But we are at Neville Cemetery in Neville, Clermont County, Ohio. Thank you all for watching.